Students from Washington Liberty, Walter Johnson, and Montgomery Blair meet today on It's Academic. I'm Hillary Howard. Welcome to It's Academic, the world's longest-running TV quiz show produced by Altman Productions in association with David M. Rubenstein Productions and WETA.
Support for It's Academic has been provided by the following: George Mason University, all together different.
Call us different.
Different in where we come from,
Where we're going.
and how we think.
But the same in our dreams for tomorrow.
Driven by the pull of possibility.
To inspire.
To think fearlessly. To protect and to heal the planet. We know the world will change.
Together.
We will be the ones to change it.
Call Mason different. All
together different.
Hi, we are so happy to have you here for our third semifinal match of the season. These teams are all really good. You've seen them before and you're going to see them again for our fast start. Hello, everybody. Questions in this round are worth 10 points up or down. First team to buzz in gets to answer. And you folks at home, the students, do not see what you do on the screens. Here we go. Along came a spider. Spiders were the original web crawlers, and they're what these questions are all about: spiders and things connected to spiders. This spider is named for the biblical giant killed by David. Yep, Walter Johnson.
Goliath?
Yeah, spiders have this many legs. Washington Liberty.
8.
8 is right. The tiny Patu spider is found in this Pacific island country where Apia is capital. Montgomery Blair. Answer? 3, 2, 1. Samoa, sorry. This large T-initialed spider can regrow a lost liberty.
Is it a tarantula?
It is. Deep-fried tarantulas are a crispy treat. Blah. In this country where Phnom Penh is capital. Yup, Johnson.
Vietnam?
No, Cambodia. A spider web saved the life of this holy prophet of Islam. Yup, Johnson.
Muhammad?
You've got it. An hourglass on its abdomen distinguishes Blair. Black Widow it is. The Greek goddess Athena changed this woman. Blair?
Arachne?
Yep. A spider in his cup saved this Prussian king from poison. Yes, Blair.
Frederick the Great?
You are right. He became Spider-Man after a radioactive liberty.
Peter Parker.
Peter Parker it is, and that does it for the fast start round. Let's recap the scores. Washington Liberty, 130 points. Walter Johnson, 110 points. Montgomery Blair, 120 points. All right, we've got a refresher course on who these students are. We begin with Washington Liberty from Arlington, home of the Generals. Hey, Carter.
Hi.
Tell us something.
I'm Carter. I've been doing It's Academic for 2 years, and I play Ultimate Frisbee.
All right, it's good to see you. William.
I'm William. I'm an 18-year-old senior. I've been doing It's Academic here since freshman year, and some variant of Quiz Bowl or Academic Bowl since probably like 5th grade at this point.
wow.
Although I was homeschooled at the time, so
Still,
not sure.
that's wonderful. Hi, Alex.
Hi, I'm Alex. I'm a 15-year-old sophomore. This is my second year doing It's Academic, and recently I've been working on Hadestown for our school's musical. I've been at school till like 10 p.m. every night for the last week, so I'm really tired.
I bet you are, but I love Hadestown. Guys, questions in this round are worth 20 points, nothing off for a wrong answer. Pedal to Naples. Before setting off on a bike, find in this phrase the last name of what English scientist who developed the first practical atomic theory?
Dalton.
Yeah. Generous, unexpected, tacky. If you received a munificent present, you could best describe it with which of these words?
Probably generous. Is it generous?
Yes, it is generous. Does the name blank ring a bell? You can complete this question by filling the blank with the name of what Russian scientist who worked with dogs in his study of conditioned reflexes.
Pavlov?
It is. Cart more. The letters in this phrase can be rearranged to identify what 16th century geographer whose name is given to the standard map projection.
Oh, Mercator.
Yes, it is. Persian Gulf War, Bay of Pigs invasion, Battle of Midway. Which of these events took place during the Kennedy administration?
Bay of Pigs invasion.
Got it. The sea is calm tonight. This line begins Matthew Arnold's widely read poem that shares part of its title with what famous English white cliffs?
Dover Beach.
Dover is correct. Washington Liberty, 250 points. Now to Walter Johnson High School. Connor, tell us a little bit about how long you've been on the show.
Hi, I'm Connor. This is actually my first year on It's Academic. I'm just happy to be here.
And we're happy to have you. Hiya, Sarah.
Hi, Hillary. I'm Sarah. I'm an 18-year-old senior, and this is my second year on the show.
And it's good to see you again. And finally, Alice. Hey,
Hi, I'm Alice. I'm a sophomore, and this is my first year on It's Academic.
how's it going?
It's going great.
Good. All right, here we go. C's a binary star. You'll see 20 points if you can find in this phrase the name of what scientist who, with Jonas Salk, discovered a polio vaccine. Anything?
Sabin?
Yeah, you got it. Nice. Growing weak, getting rich, exercising. A person who is languishing is doing which of these?
Getting weak? I thought it was getting
Answer?
Getting rich.
No, growing weak. I have not failed. I've just found blank ways that won't work. You can complete these words from Thomas Edison with what number equal to 10th to the fourth power?
10,000. Oh, yeah, 10,000.
10,000?
Yes, it is 10,000. C's far sail. You can seize 20 points by rearranging the letters here to get what two-word French phrase that names the economic philosophy associated with Adam Smith?
Laissez-faire?
You are right. Guadalcanal, Dien Bien Phu, Austerlitz. Of these three battles, which one was a great victory for Napoleon Bonaparte?
Austerlitz. Austerlitz?
Yeah, it's Austerlitz. The eternal landscape of the past. This phrase was used by Tennyson to describe what field of study that the ancient Greek Herodotus was said to be the father of. Answer?
Anthropology?
No, it's history. Walter Johnson, 190 points. Now we can turn it over to Montgomery Blair. Hiya, Justin.
Hello, I'm Justin. I've been on the Quiz Bowl team at Blair for 3 years, and this is my second year on It's Academic.
And it's good to see you again. Sophia.
Hi, I'm a junior, and this is my second year on the It's Academic team.
Awesome. Young Lee.
Hello, I'm also a junior, and this is my third year on the Quiz Bowl team, first time in It's Academic.
All right. Well, that's wonderful. And you made it to a semifinal match. Pretty cool, right? Here we go, guys. Candy needs sugar. You can sweeten your score by finding in this phrase what unit of force in the CGS system of physical units.
Force.
Tiny. Dine.
Dine.
Yes, it's dyne. Love how you got there. A heated quarrel, road construction, a picket line. If you saw an altercation on your way to school, you would have seen which of these?
A heated quarrel.
Yes. Blank is God's way of issuing updates. You can complete this quote by filling in the blank with what one word that identifies Darwin's famous theory?
Evolution. Yeah. Evolution.
Evolution it is. Lend true sign. Please rearrange the letters in this anagram to name what Shakespeare character. A man who joins Rosencrantz in a plan to spy on Hamlet, their former college buddy.
Guildenstern.
Yes, that's it. Odin, Ra, Pan. Which of these mythical creatures had the legs and horns of a goat and was the Greek god of fields and flocks?
Pan.
Pan is right. The Heart of a Woman. This is the title of a memoir by what woman who had earlier written, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings.
Angelou.
You've got it. Nice, Montgomery Blair. 240 points. That does it for Mix and Match. Picture Perfect is next.
I'm David Rubenstein. From the Kennedy Center and the National Archives to the Lincoln Memorial and the Washington Monument, I've been pleased to support many important organizations and historic sites linked to American history, art, culture, education, and more. I believe giving back to our country isn't just an idea, it's an action, a patriotic action that involves all of us. And it begins with education and learning about our nation's past so that we, the people, can make a more perfect union for the future. We can do it together. Please read, learn, get involved, and make a difference.
It's time to check out some pictures in the Picture Perfect round. Guys, you know how it works. Questions are worth 20 points up or down. First team to buzz in gets to answer. This ship is now the site of New York's Intrepid Museum, whose exhibits include the experimental space shuttle named for what fictional star? Blair.
Enterprise.
Yeah, that's it. Surround this ad with the right letters, and you'll name what snake-entwined staff. Yep, Johnson. Answer? 3, 2, 1. It is caduceus. Spring has come to the Minnesota park that shares what name with the wife of the legendary Hiawatha? Yep, Blair. Answer in 3, 2, 1. Minnehaha. Which of these numbers is evenly divisible by 6? Yup, Blair.
B, I think. B.
Answer, please.
A.
Yep, it's A, 444. The attack on Fort Sumter was ordered by this man. What Confederate general whose last name is French for good looking? Yup, Blair. Answer?
Beauregard.
Beauregard, nicely done. Which of these lenses, 1, 2, or 3, is not capable of projecting an image of an object onto a screen? Yup, Johnson. Answer? In 3,
Double
2,
concave?
Yep, double concave. This is what man who greatly expanded liberty.
Is it Shaka?
Yeah, it's Shaka who greatly expanded the Zulu nation. This is what Norwegian man who was first liberty.
Is it Amundsen?
It is Amundsen. Nice, and that does it for the Picture Perfect round. Let's look at these scores. Washington Liberty, 290 points. Walter Johnson, 190 points. And Montgomery Blair, 280 points. Now we've already met the students. Let's meet the people who help prepare them for It's Academic. We begin with Washington Liberty. William, who's behind you?
So we have our assistant principals, Dr. Sanders and Ms. Shivers, our coach, Ms. Scher. In absentia is our other coach, Ms. Sotomayor, who is at the State Science Fair.
Oh, our alternates.
And yeah, I was getting to
Okay.
that. And our alternates, Benjamin and Kadar.
Beautiful. Thanks so much. It's good to see you. Over to Walter Johnson, who is with you, Sarah.
Yes, we have our administrator, Miss Maturana, and our coaches, Miss Meyer and Miss Chen, as well as our alternate, Uli.
All right. Nice. Thanks. And finally, Montgomery Blair. Sophia, who's with you?
With us today, we have our coach, Mr. Rada, and our principal, Mr. Yates. And we'd also like to thank our coaches, Mr. Schaefer, Mr. Hammond, and Miss Partan, who couldn't be here today.
All right, great. As always, good to see you guys. So we've met the coaches, which means it's time for the packet round. Washington Liberty gets to go first. Walter Johnson, which packet will it be?
We'll give them packet 3.
Packet 3. Great. And of course, as you know, by now, questions are worth 20 points, nothing off for a wrong answer. And if you get all of the questions right, Washington Liberty, you get a
25-point bonus.
Yes, you do. Here we go. What morbid adjective is commonly used to describe the 7 sins of pride, covetousness, lust, wrath, gluttony, envy, and sloth?
Deadly.
Yes. One of the world's oldest autobiographies was written about 400 AD by what theologian whose name was given to the oldest city in Florida?
Oh, is it Augustine?
Yes, it is. What Russian scientist credited his mother, I like that, with inspiring him to such achievements as devising the periodic table of elements?
Mendeleev.
Yes, Mendeleev. Here's your science question. Radio waves, infrared light, X-rays. Which of these forms of radiation has the shortest wavelength?
It's X-rays. X-rays.
It is X-rays. Sir Arthur Conan Doyle is famous for his Sherlock Holmes stories, but he was knighted for his history of what South African War between the British and Afrikaners from 1899 till 1902.
The Boer Wars.
It was the Boer War. What title character, created by Joseph Conrad, becomes a demigod to the natives of the fictional land of Patusan?
Crusoe? I don't know. Is it Robinson Crusoe?
No, it's Lord Jim. Here's your math question. Solve for x, giving your answer as a positive integer.
No, I think it's 82.
Answer?
82.
It is 82. And now your guest questioner, PBS NewsHour co-anchor Jeff Bennett.
In 1933, Japan was censured by the League of Nations for invading China and occupying what northeast M-initialed region of China?
Manchuria.
It is Manchuria. Nicely done, Washington Liberty. 430 points. Walter Johnson, you are up. Montgomery Blair, what packet will it be, 1 or 2?
We'll give them packet 1.
Packet 1. The Russian women pilots who bombed German targets at night were described by the Nazis as what kind of supernatural creatures, such as those executed in 17th century Salem, Massachusetts?
The night witches?
Yeah, that's it. When applied to wounds, what sweet product manufactured by bees slowly releases hydrogen peroxide?
Honey?
I use it on my wounds. It's really good. As a 4-year-old, what woman famous for chimpanzee research launched her science career by hiding in a henhouse to see how a chicken lays an egg?
Jane Goodall?
Yeah, right? Isn't that something? Here's your science question. Rutherford Faraday Newton. Which of these scientists said, everybody continues in its state of rest or of uniform velocity in a straight line unless it's compelled to change that state by some external force?
Newton?
Yes. Because it had no written form and was almost unknown to outsiders, what Native American language was used to send coded messages during World War II?
Navajo?
You've got it. Nigerian novelist Chinua Achebe took the title of his book, Things Fall Apart, from the poem The Second Coming by what Irish author?
Burns?
No, it was Yeats. Here's your math question. I heard you getting there first, talking about it. Evaluate this expression.
2?
Yep, it's 2. And now for your guest questioner, it's academic alum, Maine Senator Angus King.
By hammering away at the Moors, what Frankish soldier, nicknamed the Hammer, drove them out of France at the Battle of Tours in 732?
The answer is...
Charlemagne?
No, but it's a CH. Charles Martel. Nice job, Walter Johnson. 310 points. Right in the middle, packet number 2 from Montgomery Blair. Most explorers don't stop to build cities, but Samuel de Champlain established a metropolis with what same name as Canada's French-speaking province?
Quebec.
Yes. Farmers can look forward to being all ears if they plant what crop introduced to Plymouth settlers by Squanto?
Corn.
Yeah. Samuel Adams could never have claimed a child tax deduction for what so-called Sons, a secretive anti-British group he helped organize prior to the American Revolution.
The Sons of Liberty.
You've got it. Here's your science question. Which of these is the correct formula for ethyl alcohol?
Last one, yeah.
The last one.
Yep, you're right. As a defensive measure during World War II, the British erected so-called dragon teeth barriers in what famous K-initialed pass between Pakistan and Afghanistan?
Kandahar.
No, it's the Khyber Pass. The stories of 5 people who are on a Peruvian bridge when it collapses are the basis of what Pulitzer Prize-winning novel by Thornton Wilder?
The Bridge of San Luis Rey.
Yeah, you've got that. Here's your math question. Evaluate this expression, giving your answer as a positive integer.
30.
30, yeah.
30.
It is 30. And now your guest questioner, PBS NewsHour co-anchor Amna Nawaz.
Born enslaved, what 18th century man adopted a last name meaning the opening and opened Haiti to independence as a leader in the Haitian Revolution?
Louverture.
Yeah, that's it. Nice, Montgomery Blair. 420 points. They've all picked packets, and the round is over. We've got the grab bag next. See you in a minute.
Hello, I'm David Rubenstein. Did you know that the Navy's major landing craft in World War II was called a Higgins boat? Its designer, Andrew Higgins, created the landing ramp that opened to let troops move out quickly. I'm David Rubenstein, reminding you to read, learn, get involved, and make a difference.
It's grab bag times. Do you guys want to shake it out? Got any nerves or anything out of you? All right, good. Let's do this. Questions are worth 20 points up or down. Once again, the first team to buzz in gets to answer. Amos Alonso Stagg got a kick out of his work at the University of Chicago as the first professional college coach in what team sport? Yep, Blair.
Sure.
Answer, 3, 2.
Football.
Football it is. In 1854, Secretary of State William Marcy first supported, then renounced what secret manifesto that suggested the U.S. should take Cuba? Blair.
Ostend.
You've got it. The Private Life of Genghis Khan is a short story by what British writer, whose other books include Mostly Harmless and Dirk Gently's Holistic? Blair.
Douglas Adams.
Douglas Adams it is. On your screens. The tomb of the Habsburgs contains the remains of Marie Antoinette's mother. And yes, Johnson.
Maria Theresa.
You've got it. Nicely done. In linear measure, if 1 league equals 3 miles, how many leagues are there in 144 miles? Yep, Blair.
What's 4 times 48?
Answer?
48.
48 is right. According to legend, dancing stones transformed themselves into the wall of what T-initialed Greek city where Oedipus was king? Yep, Liberty. Answer, 3, 2.
Thebes.
Thebes is right. Choice. The strength of an object's gravitational field is proportional directly, inversely, or not at all to its inertial mass. Yep, Blair. Answer, 3, 2, 1.
Directly.
Directly is right on your screens. Rearrange the letters in this old spelling of Guyana, and you can identify what sort of lizard named in the Liberty.
Iguana.
Yeah, in the Tennessee Williams play. Located in Venezuela, the world's highest waterfall has what name?
Angel
Blair.
Falls.
Angel Falls it is. Some of Queen Victoria's descendants suffered from what hereditary blood? Blair.
Hemophilia.
Correct. The Greek historian Thucydides wrote a clear and accurate account of what ancient war? Blair.
Peloponnesian.
Peloponnesian, yep, on your screens. Anyone who doubts the ingenuity of a plumber never got a bill from one. This was the comment of George Meany, a plumber who in 1955 became the first president of what huge labor organization known? Johnson.
AFL-CIO.
You've got it. What is the area of a triangle with a base of 34 feet and an altitude of 3 feet? Yep, Blair.
51.
Answer?
51.
51 is right. One of the earliest musical radio broadcasts was a 1907 transmission of the William Tell Overture. Yep, Liberty.
Rossini.
You are right, nice. The Confession is a legal thriller by what author, whose other works include? Yep, Blair.
Grisham.
Grisham it is, on your screens. Well, don't bother. The game is over. Stick around, we'll have the scores in just a minute.
I'm David Rubenstein, and I believe giving back is something we all can do. Many students are getting involved in their communities in important ways. I've asked them to share with us how they're making a difference.
My name is Arthur. I'm a junior at Landon School in Bethesda, Maryland. One community service activity I will be participating is I'm joining a group of fellow students, and for 4 days, we will head to the Chesapeake Bay area of Maryland and construct housing for those who are less fortunate. It's a great way to give back to the community, and it makes me feel very connected to the community. I would highly suggest all other students find a way to give back to the community as well.
Like these students, you too can help improve the lives of so many people
by volunteering in your town and community. Please read, learn, get involved, and make a difference.
The scores are now official. We begin with Walter Johnson High School from Bethesda. Connor Sarah Alice, 350 points. From Arlington's Washington Liberty High School, Carter William Alex, 490 points. And coming back for the championship match, we have Montgomery Blair High School, Justin Sophia and Younglee, 620 points. Really well done, guys. So happy that all of you were here with us today. Remember, everybody, it's academic. Bye-bye.
Support for It's Academic has been provided by the following: George Mason University. All together different.
Call us different.
Different in where we come from,
Where we're going,
and how we think.
but the same in our dreams for tomorrow.
Driven by the pull of possibility.
To inspire,
To think fearlessly. To protect and to heal the planet. We know the world will change.
together.
We will be the ones to change it.
Call Mason different. All
Together different.